All right, guys, what's up? It's Miss Connell. Oh, the dreaded headset is killing me. But we are going to stay positive, and we're going to make our graphs for the Wolfpack simulation. So if you remember doing the graphs with Miss Forsyth for the virtual population lab, then this will seem really familiar to you, and maybe you just need a quick refresher. So this is that refresher. So down here, after you've done both tables, with and without human interference, it asks you to construct a double-line graph to show how the Wolfpack population is predicted to change over 15 years with and without human interference. So really we're looking at time. If you guys remember, time means that we're going to use a line graph, and we're looking at total population for the year, but we need to get information from both tables, right? Okay, so the way to do this is I'm going to put my cursor where I want my graph to go, which is obviously under the heading for graphing. And I'm going to click Insert, and I'm going to click Chart right here. And remember, we're going over time, which means we need a line graph. Okay? I'm keeping it simple and just going to use that first option up there. Okay? And now is where we are going to be able to put in our data. We're doing a double line graph to show with and without human population. So I'm going to take my diagonal arrows and only use these Series 1, Series 2 columns. You'll see that the graph changed, showing me two lines, which is ultimately what I'm going to need to see. So real quick before we get started, I need to give you guys a little bit of a disclaimer that if in this column over here, you have something like this where it's an equation, you need to have just the total before you start your graph. Okay, it just needs to be only the total numbers. You can delete the rest of the equation. If you keep the equation, the graph's not going to turn out right. So you may need to take some time to do that. Also notice that this second graph, I made up numbers here and didn't really fill it in completely just for the purposes of showing you how to make the graph. So your graph definitely should not look like mine, because mine has made up numbers that make no sense. So here we go. So for my first category, this is going to be the x-axis on my line graph, which is going to be years. So I'm going to copy this either by highlighting and then right-click, copy. I'm going to click in this first cell and click paste. And you'll see all of my years, 1 to 15, popped up there and already has the title for year. And now we need to do our second set of data, which is going to be the Wolfpack population without human interference. So I'm going to highlight this column, right-click, push copy, and click this first cell here and push paste. And it didn't work. Let's try again. Paste. Boom. There we go. But I'm not going to want to keep this title that says total for the year, because I don't know what that means. So remember, that means I'm looking at the without human interference. So I'm going to change that title to make sure that my data stays organized. So this is going to be Wolfpack population. Actually, I'm just going to put without human interference. And then for my second set of data, I'm going to go down here for the totals with human interference. So just make sure that you're using both tables. I'm going to do paste, and that didn't work because I didn't highlight my title. Copy, paste. Okay, and same thing, I'm going to change this title to say with human interference. Okay, and then this third series, I'm just going to delete it. Okay, so here are my three columns that I'm going to want in my graph, and if I scroll down, boom, there is my graph constructed with my information. Okay, like we said last time, your chart title is not going to pop up because you're comparing two sets of data. So you're going to have to retitle this. Since we have without human interference and with human interference, we're just going to call this Wolfpack population. And that's it. there is your double line graph there for your analysis, okay? So make sure you go on and use that and to help you answer the analysis questions down below. All right, good luck, you guys. Make sure you attend Class Connect if you have any questions, but hopefully this was a helpful video for you.